Industry of Things World 2016. It is my pleasure to be here with Ganesh Bell from GE. Could you introduce us to some of GE Industrial Internet of Things journey milestones?
Sure. So we in GE, we're about a 124-year-old company. We're in many different industries. We're in industries like healthcare, aviation, power, transportation, and we had the same pressures that most companies in the industrial world face, which is productivity was declining. In fact, in the first half of this decade, we've seen productivity come down 25%, almost to 1%. So we had to do something. And so we looked at what we do well, which is we build big machines that move, power, cure the world. And applying all of that know-how with analytics and data, we believe we can unlock new value, which is the journey that we got started in. So we first started doing things for ourselves in terms of driving internal productivity. Along the journey, we started building a belief that, hey, it's not just about the machines, it's about the connected environment. It's about the settings, it's about hospitals, it's about power plants, it's about shipyards, it's about airports and cities. Now, to do that, you really need a purpose-built platform. So we built our own platform that we call Predix. That's the industrial internet platform. Now it's available for everybody in the world. And with that, we're transforming all the industries that we're in and also transforming other industries that we're not in through partners.
Okay. Your keynote presentation this morning focused on the power to transform. How the digital twin helps machines/things thrive.
So I talked about how, at the core of it, we build big, giant machines. And all of these machines generate a ton of data. In fact, in most scenarios, most of this data goes unanalyzed. And we understand something about that. We understand the physics of all of these machines. So we started building models of all the machines. And we said, okay, what can we do with this? If we collect all of that analytics, we actually can really simulate and model the machine in the virtual world that we call the twin. And now every one of this twin, really to be a twin, has to really mirror the operational conditions in the real world. So we need to feed in all the operational data. So now we can understand how the machines perform, obviously go back and understand what it actually did, but more importantly, do forward-looking predictions like maintenance, like outages, and eliminate unplanned downtime. So by eliminating things like unplanned downtime, improving productivity, or even running the machines to the theoretical maximum, or even exceeding the thresholds of performance, and optimizing the maintenance window are all outcomes that we can generate by understanding how these machines are working in the real world.
How can companies develop technologies to turn silent assets into valuable knowledge and insights?
So, we're doing this ourselves, and we're helping many companies across the world, where you have to think about all of the machines as a system of connected assets. So for us, it means, how does every asset in a power plant come together? Whether it's GE made or non-GE made, doesn't matter. From a software perspective, all of these are assets that generate data. So you got to think about modeling that whole environment, whether it be a wind farm or a power plant or a hospital. So anybody who builds assets or products or machines have to first think of them as connected machines. Meaning, how do you take data from the machines and connect it to a system or a platform? And from there, you can now model that environment and start building sets of applications on top.
How can businesses best leverage the opportunity of connected devices?
So anybody who makes, like I said, connected machines have to think of them as connected machines first. The next thing vendors of products have to think about is not just selling hardware, but also the services go with the hardware to their customers. And more importantly, thinking about software. Applications to manage those devices, applications to manage the environment that those devices are sitting in. It's not important to just sell an app to manage a connected bulb. It's important to sell the app to manage my connected home, right? So anybody who makes machines have to think about the environments and the settings. And lastly, if they do the first two, which is connected products and the environments that they sit in, they can start driving new business models beyond selling the hardware or the services, and offering new value to the customers.
And what type of IoT applications is GE involved in or planning to get involved in?
So we'll see many applications in the IoT world, but one of the things that we're betting on is a category that we call asset performance management. We think that is the killer app for the industrial world. And what do I mean by that? By APM, we mean three simple things. One is monitoring and diagnostics of all machines or all assets in an environment. Second is reliability management or predictive maintenance of those assets. And the last is maintenance optimization. So when you connect all of these things together, you get what we call asset performance management. And we believe that's going to be the killer app of the industrial world. And we have other applications like operations optimization and business optimization, where it's really about improving the productivity of people and business processes among the machines, connected to the machines, as well as taking all of that operations and connecting it to external market data and helping drive profitability of companies.
Okay. It's the second day of this event.
Yeah.
How do you like the format so far?
So one, there are many IoT conferences in the world. I like that this is called the industry of things. When I first heard about it, I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, actually, it makes sense because every industry is an industry of collection of things. And we have a belief that it's not just the things, but the settings and the environments that need to be transformed. And if we do that well, the industries will be transformed. So I think I like the theme of the conference, and the presentations have been good. And more importantly, the questions coming from the audience are probably more insightful and knowledgeable from practitioners. So we're meeting people who are actually doing things versus just curious about things. So those connections will help us think about even our own offerings, our platforms, and how we drive our own transformation. So I hope everybody attending here can take something away that they can put into practice right away.
Thank you very much for answering our questions, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.